We knew not to approach the bison, but what we didn't know was that the bison would approach us.
Whoa, this is just so cool.
The Wild Wild West Adventures of Mom, Dad, Girl, and a Little White Dog. Episode 3, Badlands, Bighorn, and Bison.
And don't forget the pronghorn and prairie dogs.
Yeah. Welcome to Badlands National Park. Welcome to Badlands National Park. Welcome to Badlands National Park. Wow! Welcome to Badlands National Park in South Dakota.
Although the buttes, ravines, hoodoos, and gullies of the Badlands are quite magnificently stunning, these unique landforms were not the most amazing thing we would encounter at the Badlands National Park. It was the amazing wildlife. There was so much wildlife to be seen at Badlands National Park.
Hello.
Here's our first bison sighting here at the Badlands. Look at him. Hey, buddy. Oh, don't growl at him.
Oh, look at that one. Look at the dust.
Oh, they're so massive, aren't they?
Look at that one.
Wow. And this one over here, he's taking a dust bath. Wow. That is so cool.
Oh my goodness, they're so small.
Look at them. Look at all the prairie dogs. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Aren't they cute? Oh, look at those little babies on that little mound.
And we had our very first pronghorn sighting on our way to the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands, where we were going to boondock for the very first time. For some reason, we were kind of nervous about it. We'd always at least been plugged into electricity. Turns out boondocking isn't so bad in the Badlands. And did I mention it's also free?
So here's our boondocking spot at the Badlands dispersed camping area, right on the edge.
There's Iridessa hanging out on that ledge right there.
Hanging on for dear life.
After settling into the coolest campsite and grabbing some grub, we head out to Prairie Dog Town to check out more of these sweet little prairie dogs.
That little prairie dog just did a move called a jump yip.
But to our surprise, that's not all we found there.
Did you know that quartz can be found pretty much anywhere?
And I'm not talking about the quartz.
Check out the buffalo prints here.
This should have been our first sign.
Now here's a great buffalo patty.
And another sign of what is to come.
We knew not to approach the bison, but what we didn't know was that the bison would approach us. But we were just innocently wanting to go to Robert's Prairie Dog Town to go check out the prairie dogs.
Welcome to Robert's Prairie Dog Town.
We walked down the little trail, we checked out the prairie dogs, and oh, they're so cute and sweet, and the sun was just starting to set. So we're getting back to the truck, and as we get to the truck, there are literally bison surrounding our truck. And we kind of looked at each other like, what do we do? You know, we know you're not supposed to approach the bison, of course. But we had to get back to our truck to leave because it was going to be getting dark soon. So I noticed there was a little bit of an opening like on the driver's side back seat. So Alexis and I, you know, we snuck over there. We opened that door. We quickly got into the truck. Jason got in the front seat. We're like, go, go, go. We got to go. And we were able to leave safely.
So yeah, that bison incident was really kind of took me off guard. I guess just you might want to keep an eye on the bison when you're off looking at the prairie dogs. And give them their distance.
Although they may seem like farm cattle, bison are wild animals and they can be extremely dangerous. And in fact, they can kill humans. Now, you can judge a bison's mood by its tail. So see how this bison here, he's swishing his tail back and forth? That means he's pretty calm. But if the tail is standing straight up, you better watch out. That bison might be ready to charge. Also, grunting can be a sign of a charge. So be safe, keep your distance, but enjoy the bison.
Another one coming to scratch.
Fun fact, bison are the largest mammals in North America. Male bison, called bulls, can weigh up to 1 ton.
Wow.
Yeah, it is party time for the bison. If you want to see the bison here at the Badlands, come on over to the Roberts Prairie Dog Town. They seem to really love scratching on these posts.
And now, back to the prairie dogs.
Did you know prairie dogs live in burrows in these prairies? The burrows are their homes, and they have chambers that are connected by tunnels. They have a listening room, nesting rooms, a bedroom, and a bathroom. And don't forget the TV and couch in their living room chamber.
Wasn't Prairie Dog Town awesome? That's a go-go, that's a bobo, that's a toto.
What do you think of all the bison, Polly? After all that excitement with the bison, we were ready to head back to camp and get a good night's sleep. The next morning, we awakened to the most beautiful sunrise. This boondocking spot is getting better and better the longer we are here. I just love the sunrise. There are few things in life that are more glorious than that first hint of the morning sun breaking through the horizon. As these beautiful hues of golden and yellow and that deep coral light up the sky. It reminds me that each day God gives us a new beginning. God gives us a fresh start. We can start anew. Whatever worries or troubles or mistakes that you've made in the past, today is a new day. Today you get to start all over again. So you can probably see why I just love sunrises. They symbolize a new hope and a new beginning for every day. The epic scenery continues as we drive the Badlands Loop. You really feel like you're on another planet. The landscape is just so spectacular and so unique. I've never seen anything like this before. I think I'm kind of falling in love with the Badlands.
It's a beaut! It's a beaut!
It's a beaut, Clark, it's a beaut!
Well, it wasn't long before we saw wildlife again, and this time it was bighorn sheep. But not just any bighorn sheep, it was baby bighorns. I was so excited to see the babies. I knew that the lambs were usually born around late May, so since we were here in early June, there's a good chance we might see them. Oh, but it was so fun to watch them. And these sweet little baby bighorns even put on a show for us.
Oh, she's playing. Look at the three little tushes.
Also, Jason took some awesome photos of these bighorns.
How did these bighorns not fall? Bighorns have split hooves, which help them balance. Their hooves have rough bottoms to help them with the grip.
More sweet little babies back there. There's 4 sweet little babies.
Oh, do you see that one? It's injured.
Oh my goodness.
Aw, poor little things.
Sweet little babies.
After enjoying the baby bighorn show for about an hour, we get back on the road to check out some of the scenic turnouts. This is the Kawada Basin Overlook. See some of the yellow mounds in the distance over there.
I'm a mountain goat chillin'.
What you eating?
My mountain goat food. And use a rainbow on the rock over there.
So what do you think about these Badlands? Are they good or bad?
Good. And hot.
Yep, hot too. Sure is. Looks like if you're real brave, you could go out there. No, we're not, Alexis. We're not real brave. How the water drips down to form these really cool cracks. Kind of reminds me of when you put saran wrap on a watercolor picture and let it dry. Kind of gives that really cool texture. Whoa. This is just so cool. Wow. Yeah, kind of like concrete, kind of like mud.
I want to go out in that valley area. So this is a perfect example of a valley.
Mm-hmm. You're right. But look at all the different layers. Brave little souls going out there.
Let's go out to the butte.
All right, let's go check out this butte. What do you think of these Badlands?
They're so cool. When I found out, this is not even rock. It's dried pieces of clay. See they crumble?
That's really cool, isn't it? Hopefully it doesn't crumble underneath us, though.
Yeah.
And now it's time for another episode of National Park Explorers with Junior Ranger Alexis.
Come on, team.
All right, Junior Ranger, lead the way. Where are we off to today?
We're gonna do the trail of mountain.
Yeah, over the Badlands. Whoa, look at this view from here. That's cool and unexpected.
Back to you, Junior Ranger.
The high points are called peaks and the low ones are called gullies.
You can see them all out there, can't you?
Come on, team, let's go.
All right, Junior Ranger, lead the way. Ooh, this part's kind of cool. We're going in and out of the hoodoos.
How about that way?
I think we got stuck though. There goes back to the parking lot, huh?
The Lakotas called the land Makosika, which means land bad. But why do they call the land bad?
All right, Junior Ranger, where next?
Now we need to go into a secret cave.
Ooh, that is a cool secret cave. What's back there?
A wall we need to climb. We lost him over the team.
Where is he?
Oh, there he is. Come on.
Oh, he's far off into the Badlands.
I'm coming.
This way.
Good. The Junior Ranger saves another life.
Up here.
We're at a dead end, Junior Ranger. There's Dada to the rescue now.
The Lakotas called the land Makosika, which means land bad. But why do they call the land bad? Well, when it rains, the buttes turn into this clay and it is quite slippery. There is not very much water, so they didn't have very much to drink. It was also hard to navigate with the jagged edges. Now do you see why it's called land bad? Do you think the Badlands are bad?
Well, that wraps it up for the Badlands National Park.
It's getting pretty late in the day, so we head back to the campsite for Linner.
So windy outside. Look at those crazy flames.
As we enjoy some afternoon tea, we look outside the window and God blesses us with this beautiful rainbow to enjoy. And Polly enjoyed the grass at the Buffalo Gap Grasslands. Back on the Badlands Loop to look for more wildlife. Oh wait, we need to get our national park picture first. We'd better take two just in case. Back on the road again.
I sure love looking for wildlife. They smell delicious.
Dusk is one of the best times to go looking for wildlife. And sure enough, we saw bighorn, pronghorn, prairie dogs.
Oh, you can hear them. They're eating grass.
And bison.
Look at them.
It's a her. It's too cute to be a him.
Goodness, look at the babies. Hear them little chirps.
It was just magnificent to see how the Badlands would change color as the sun would slowly set to the horizon. It got me thinking about change and the fear of change. I'll be the first to admit that I'm not always comfortable with change. I like things to stay the same, but sometimes change is good. We just have to embrace that change. Look for the good in that change. And remember that true happiness comes from what is inside of you, not the changes that are happening around you. Here's a beautiful song my niece wrote about the fear of change.
Me, why am I thinking about me? Why am I wondering how I feel when I'm scared to have emotions? I'll shut it down even though my heart's open. Metathesiophobia, that's the only word that describes this mess. Metathesiophobia, the only thing that explains the thoughts in my head. Metathesiophobia, that's the only word that describes this mess. Metathesiophobia, the only thing that explains the thoughts in my head.
Wasn't that just beautiful? That was written by my very talented 17-year-old niece, Brijo. We end our wildlife expedition with a few more bison, but this time we don't park the truck. We just keep on moving. We embrace our last evening here in the Badlands as the sunset seems to give us a kiss goodnight. And then we're awoken with this beautiful sunrise. What a glorious way to start the day. Well, this is our last sunrise in the Badlands. We decide to enjoy our last morning here at this awesome boondocking spot, just soaking in the beauty of the Badlands. Another advantage of this cool boondocking spot is that there's no checkout time. So we took the time to just relax, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the wildlife, enjoy the wildflowers here at the Badlands.
We found this book at the visitor center. We also found some cool books on rocks, and there's even some books about birds. Huey found some yarrow. Huey found some wild parsnip. Huey have some field thistle. Here's some orange hawkweed. I earned my junior ranger badge, and so thanks for joining me on my Badlands adventure.
Our super cool boondocking location here at the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. Polly's just chilling, enjoying the afternoon. Look at that little perfectly heart-shaped cloud. God showing us love from above. And check out this amazing view we have from our campsite. Alexis just got back from finding some treasures, right?
Yeah, I found lots of quartz.
Yeah, that's really cool. Look at all the quartz. Very cool.
And luckily I didn't run into any rattlesnakes.
That's good, isn't it?
Wait a minute. Are you even allowed to collect rocks here?
While you cannot collect rocks at Badlands National Park, rock hunting is allowed without a permit at the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands, as long as it's only for personal hobby or non-commercial use. For more information on rock hunting and fossil collecting, please visit fs.usda.gov. We absolutely loved boondocking here at the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. This has really been our first experience doing too much boondocking, and it's been awesome. Aridessa Airstream back there has absolutely loved it. And you can see, look at this view that we've had. It's been gorgeous. And then the sunrise has come up right over there. It's been beautiful. And behind me, you can kind of see on that ledge that there's all sorts of different camping spots available there as well. And then if you look around here, so look at that view we have. And then even coming around this side, so you can see a lot of the campers up on the ledge over there. So there's a lot of different opportunities for different places to camp. So even way up there, you can see that there's actually a tent that's set up as well. So there were tent campers, there were bus campers, there were van campers, there were big rig campers. So it was awesome to see all the different variety of ways you can camp and everybody having a good time. It's been so nice and quiet here, very relaxing. And again, you just can't beat that view. So pretty. This is right in the middle of the day here. We got the sun right above us, so it's bright and shiny. So it's a perfect little sunning time. Jason's inside taking his little nap. We ended up doing a lot of afternoon naps because we'd get up with the sunrise at 5 and then we'd stay up till the sunsets, you know, around 8:30 or so. And then by the time we got back and went through all our pictures and stuff, we were up pretty late. So it was nice to have this afternoon nap time, or afternoon sunning time as I like to have it. As you can see all the campers all along the ridge over there, overlooking the Badlands. So we wanted to do this saddle pass trail as it looked like a really cool one, but we couldn't because doggies aren't allowed.
Said something about rattlesnakes.
Yeah, and maybe there's rattlesnakes that would bite her up, so
I guess another time maybe we'll have to try out this Saddle Pass trail because it looked really cool.
Although dogs are not allowed on any of the hiking trails at the Badlands National Park, they are allowed to walk on the Badlands back roads. One of the favorites is the Old Northeast Road. Although not allowed at many places in the national park, dogs are allowed on leash in the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands, which is where we camped. So it was really cool that we were still able to explore the Badlands at Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. And when I asked the ranger about it, there are no areas that are restricted to dogs in the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. So hike away with your little furry friends, just not on the trails at the Badlands National Park.
What do you think, pals? Can you make the jump? She's looking. She's like, no, look, she even knows to turn around.
Dogs are also allowed wherever cars can go. And Polly especially loves these scenic drives when we look for wildlife. Dogs are also allowed at the campgrounds where they might even meet a furry friend or two.
Because her sisters both look like pug colors.
Right.
Oh, you guys are so sweet all together.
Lucy.
Yep, that's Lucy. Yep, that's Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Look how sweet they
Well,
are.
Polly, how old is she? She's not gonna get much bigger, right?
No, yeah, she's
Oh,
two
two?
already,
Yeah.
yeah.
The pow-pows.
So we're getting ready to head out of the Badlands, and we had an awesome stay. It was just, the landscape is just amazing. It's like nothing we've seen before. What was your favorite thing, Alexis?
It's kind of hard to pick, but if I have to pick one thing, it's all the rock formations.
Yeah, they were really cool to see, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Polly wasn't too impressed because there's a lot of areas where dogs couldn't go. So that's one of the dislikes. And I know Alexis said it got a little bit hot for her taste sometimes. But other than that, we really loved it here.
Yeah, the buffalo came right up to the truck yesterday.
Yeah.
They're surrounded by buffalo, so that was pretty cool to see. And all the different rock formations are neat, and this boondocking spot is really awesome. Definitely need to check it out again.
So overall, I'd say Wogmoo thumbs up.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on our 75-day journey across America.
And those are the adventures of Mom, Dad, Girl, and a little white pup at Badlands National Park.
Of course, a trip to the Badlands would not be complete without a stop at the iconic Wall Drug.
Ice hits the spot. You can get wall drug ice cubes too.
Awesome, huh?
Check out episode 2, where we share a little more about Wall Drug and some other pretty cool South Dakota tourist traps that you want to get caught in.
I earned my Junior Ranger badge, and so earned my Junior Ranger badge, and so did you. Thanks for joining my invaded. Yeah. I earned my Junior Ranger badge, and so can you. Whoa! Thank you for joining me on my Badlands adventure. Bye!
Now it's time for road trip education with Homeschool Mama.
One thing we really like to do before we go to a national park is to check out some books from the library and learn all about the places we're going to visit.
We even got books of animals we might see, like bison and prairie dogs.
So I highly recommend that you check out some books from your local library before you go on your trips. You can get books about states, national parks, all sorts of cool information that you can discover before you go, and it really makes your trip a lot more meaningful.
The Wild Wild West adventures of Mom, Dad, Girl, and a little white dog.
The Wild Wild West adventures of Mom, Dad, Girl, and a little white dog in Badlands National Park. Well, that wraps it up for the Badlands National Park.